Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Hello, gentlemen and ladies. My name is Connor. I like to learn about things, so let's do it. Preemptive like Food Insider has a ton of great... I feel like I've bell iconed so many, it's starting to get a bit... so many great videos, and I've been looking forward to this one. Yeah, I'm ready to learn how they ferment this stuff. So Greenland shark. I am aware deep sea shark. And that's about it. Let's learn. Phone away. I already tossed it over there. Original link to the video, top the description, right below that link to the Discord. Click on it, send you right over there. Love to have you. My name is Connor, by the way. Nice to meet you. Let's go.
Look up the list of the most misunderstood foods in the world, and fermented shark is probably on it. But here in the west of Iceland, it is a regional delicacy.
That looks quite nice.
It's Greenland shark that's been laboriously fermented, dried and cured. And it's been done by one family in this area for hundreds of years, dried and cured. And it...
Yeah, I knew they got quite big. I'd imagine that those are eggs down there, roe. Maybe like a liver or meat.
It's been done by one family in this area for hundreds of years. We're here to find out what it tastes like.
The Greenland shark is the most toxic shark in the world. Fresh. Meat, you will get very sick. Then a little bit more, you could probably go blind. And then death after that.
So what exactly does it take to make it safe to eat? We met with Gudjon Hildebrandsson. He's running his family business of shark curing here in Bjarnarun.
I've been eating this shark since before I got teeth. I've been doing a curing process probably since I was 10. So this is just all my life. It's just shark.
He knows what he's doing.
We don't catch them ourselves.
It really does look quite nice, that white color.
Not anymore. Now
I have to shut up.
it's just shark. We don't catch them ourselves. Not anymore. Now we buy them from these big trolling boats. We catch the shark accidentally. But my family used to catch them and hunt them.
Gudjon cures about 60 sharks a year. From fishing to cube, the whole process takes 6 months. The meat is first fermented in cold storage rooms like this one.
Next, I'm gonna open it up, and you're gonna put your head in it.
Okay.
You're gonna inhale, and then you're gonna explain the smell you feel.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Shall we check it out?
I'm ready.
Hold on, I want to take my shoes off. More comfy. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Stick my head in.
yeah, here we go.
It's I dye my hair and it's literally like bleach. It's hair bleach, right?
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
like hair
Yeah.
dye. Oh wow. So I'm sorry. sorry.
It is very strong
He's used to it.
because it's a closed unit.
You know what it is? It's hair bleach and Stilton.
We are working with similar bacteria, like when you're doing cheese.
So that's why.
Let's check this out.
I like how she's really
you
trying
can
to
see the
figure out.
oozing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can also, this is like, it does not smell as intense as when we walked in.
No.
So this can stay here for some while longer. So here we have the thinner pieces.
Yeah.
And we make these handles in the skin for grabbing them, lifting them up, hanging them up. So these are the thinner pieces. And under here we have the fillet. So this is how that's much
thick.
thicker pieces. And he has white meat. He does not have a fat layer. He has white meat. And it's very important to have the skin on because the meat is so loose itself that if it's no skin, then it's just then the meat just basically stretch.
I know what keeps a lot of like mammals are in the Arctic and Antarctic warm is like a lot of fat and blubber, so these sharks don't have that, and so have some other way to keep warm. Not only are they in Icelandic waters, but they're like at the bottom, right? So it's even colder.
The thinner pieces, after the process, the meat becomes sort of red or brown, and we call that glerhákarl.
Clear.
Yeah,
How?
And the meat is it's more chewy and salty. And then we have the fillet. That stays white. The fillet we call skýrhákarl.
Skyr.
Named after the milk product,
Yeah,
skyr.
yeah, we love skyr. What is the liquid that's coming off then? And
Ammonia. Water.
Hey.
Like there is a lot of water in the meat.
Did I say
The
that?
Greenland shark, he has much more water in him than other fishes or other sharks. So it's ammonia.
What is that doing in the scientific process of it? Because
So-
it's poisonous when it's fresh?
Yeah, the Greenland shark is the most toxic shark in the world. And the Greenland shark is a deep ocean, cold ocean shark. So Icelanders, they first started fishing them for the liver. And they used the oil from a liver. So for the first 200 years when they were fishing them, they had to throw the meat away. They couldn't use it, so it was big waste of meat. And in Iceland, in isolated areas, it was a big waste. So 400 years ago,
Sorry, 400.
So 400 years ago, probably accidentally, they discovered a process to use the meat.
What would happen if I took a bite of that now? What would happen to me? Would I
Now
go blind?
it's
or-
that far in the fermentation that you would be fine.
Right.
But before, fresh meat, something small, you would get very sick.
Yeah.
Then a little bit more, you could probably go blind. And then death after that.
Okay.
Good.
Great. That's great. I will not be taking a bite of that. So this part of the process, is this the most important part to get the taste of it, or?
This basically does everything. It makes the meat not toxic. It's preserve it. After this, you can eat it. It's not toxic, but the drying process is just to get a better texture in the meat because it's just so wet and moisty.
Yeah.
And it's very important that these boxes, they have these gaps on them, so the liquid can leak from it.
And they don't cook
And
it
also for
after.
oxygen to get in because
Did they just like let it air dry or smoke
the
it?
meat needs to breathe. There are chemical changes that are happening.
Yeah.
That are making the meat untoxic. First, people didn't know this was a chemical process. It was an accident. Now this is a chemical process, and there are a lot of interesting things that we are, even still discovering.
Yeah.
Guys, imagine how many things throughout human history, how many people have died, and like through the process of elimination of finding out what is good and what is not okay to eat, or how to eat something. And
It's also different after where the shark has been, in what depth, in what temperature he was caught. It's different after what chemicals are high or low in him. So in these boxes, the meat loses around 30%. So it loses a lot of weight here. And then in the drying process, it loses like 50, 70%. So total use of meat is around 8%.
What happens to the ammonia when it drains? I mean, is it okay to be stuck? I mean, I've got boots on and you've got little sandals and stuff. Yeah.
The ammonia the liquid here that's fine. We could drink it. I won't though.
I'm pretty sure that's a
You
cure
want
for
some?
something.
You want some maybe? No.
No. One shark will give from 30 to 40 pieces of fillet. The meat ferments for 6 to 9 weeks in the wooden boxes, then is hung outside for 6 months to fully dry out.
To know if it's ready, we check the texture. You want
Cure for
some?
something. 30 to 40 pieces.
Maybe. No.
No. One shark will give from 30 to 40 pieces of fillet. The meat ferments for 6 to 9 weeks in the wooden boxes, then is hung outside for 6 months to fully dry out.
To know if it's ready, we check the texture. And these are all like good. They are.
I say this all the time with these videos. I just love watching someone talk about and perform a task they've done for their entire lives, and just the joy you can see on their face that they're, being able to show this. And I'm so glad that there are over 5 million views here showing this process. I don't want stuff to, traditions to fully die out.
These are all like good. They are, the texture is fine. We don't want it too hard and not too mushy. And then we have this one here. This one is not stiff enough. So he needs more time, but these here are ready.
Sorry.
Here you see the skin. You should,
I'm a child. I'm sorry.
here you see the skin. You should
Oh wow, it's like
Sandpaper.
You know when these people have really terrible like 1970s walls, where they
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
yeah, it's like sandpaper. But yeah, this
But
is, I mean,
actually,
it's really rough.
This was used for in Iceland. This was used for sandpaper, and these points. If you look closely, you see the points in the skin.
Yeah.
They grow in one direction. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And so these points,
What does that
they
look
grow
like?
down with. Do you
Hedgehog.
see that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so these points, they grow down with his body. So when he swims, he gets this sort of thin layer of air around him. It's always air around him. So it's easier for him to swim and to get faster. And it also works like gives him a little bit more insulation in cold ocean.
It's like the meatiest fish I've ever seen. Yeah.
Here we have a piece of the fillet. And in the drying, the piece, he gets this dried crust around it. But you see here, when I slice it open, that he still has this beautiful
Look at that.
white color at the inside. And here the meat is just ready to eat.
You can
so
eat.
there is never nothing added to this meat in the process. There is no cooking, there is no smoking.
Is she gonna try it?
Nothing at all. It's just natural process from the beginning till the end. And then you see how smoothly it's cut. And then you take this here.
Thank you. It looks like ham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll have one also.
Cheers.
Skål.
Skål. Okay.
Scald. Be honest.
I was going to say that actually doesn't. It's the aftertaste is kicking in now. Yeah.
And now you feel it. It's coming up in your nose. And then it's doing what we wanted to do. We wanted to give us like a kick. It's supposed to be strong.
I can taste the ammonia kind of smell now. At first, it was just like chewing a piece of ham,
Yeah.
and then like you know the texture of it in your mouth, and then the aftertaste, and then it's actually like stinging my tongue, stinging the back of my tongue.
Her reaction was so priceless. It was just like, and I give her. I feel like when you're trying a new food, you can't. Any kind of hesitation is gonna hurt the taste. So you gotta kind of embrace it, which it seemed like she did. Just gotta put it in her mouth, and then gradually over like 10 seconds, it was like, oh god.
Do you ever get over that? It's like eating bread to you now.
Everything you feel is probably 10 times more than what I feel. For me, I sort of miss it, but I know good shark from a bad one. Two sharks who arrive here together. They go through the process together.
Taste different?
After the process, they taste similar, but not the same. It is the not even amount of ammonia maybe in them, or salt, or other chemicals that are different. So that's why they don't taste the same.
Yeah, you can taste the smell of it, but it's that really kind of like rich Stilton cheese like hits the back of your tongue.
I'm trying to think of like an American like something that America must have that's kind of like this, but like everything over here is just, yeah. We don't. I feel like there's.
And it's just the size of your tongue, and you don't think that's ever going to go away, maybe. But
You want some more?
I'll have a little bit more. Yeah.
have a little bit more?
I mean, I think my tongue's just used to this now. I'm a shark convert.
So you
It's
can
amazing
eat
though
the
how
outside.
much of it is in the smell.
Yeah.
It's just So would you recommend eat it before smelling it? Just go down the hatch.
Yeah. It tastes much better than it smells.
Okay.
I'll have another one also.
Right, I'm just gonna try to chew this bit.
So
I do actually. It's the texture now. I think at first it was the smell and the taste. No, it's the texture. It's like gone into almost like a gelatinous kind of texture in my mouth. I think it's because I've just like masticated it so much in my mouth. It's just there we go. I'll get over it.
The second one was also a little bit bigger.
Yeah. The second one was the kicker. Yeah.
Yeah, he
The Sharks does have a reputation internationally.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's good. This is not for everybody, you know. People go in two parts. even Icelanders. Either you like it or you don't. But I recommend everybody at least to give it a try. Today, this is eaten like a snack for special occasions. But before, this was eaten like with a meal, like for something extra. And this is so healthy that you can't eat too much. It's often the shark was eaten like with a food that was like on the limit of being good or bad, or probably bad, because he helps the digestion. So there's a chemical company in Iceland who analyzes food, and according to them, the shark is the healthiest food that is made in Iceland.
Maybe like put it on like a cracker with some cheese, not cheese. Cheese wouldn't go well with fish, right?
And I just, you know, like when you have a really strong shot of alcohol and you get that kind of like burning.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at the moment. Is that quite a common thing?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
It's just like kind of feel it in my heart.
He's just so
and my soul
used to
now.
it. He's like, I think so.
Strong.
I remember.
We want it strong.
Want it even stronger? Gudrun made me try some fermented shark cubes, dipped in Icelandic schnapps. How much is too much to put in here?
Today, this is called brennivin, which would be translated in English like a burning wine. And this used to be called, in Iceland, svartidauði. Or
Guys, I might sound really stupid, but I don't care. Is schnapps just like another word for a type of alcohol, or is schnapps like a particular kind of hard alcohol, like gin or vodka or whiskey is? Or is schnapps just like a German word for...
which would be black death. So you let it stay there for Iceland, svartidauði, or which would be black death. So you let it stay there for maybe 20 seconds, something like that. Just we are marinating the shark. Now it changes a little bit to like maybe like a licorice flavor.
Yeah. That's really licorice. Yeah, that's exactly how it tastes. That's really nice.
Yeah.
This isn't your personal supply bottle, but
No.
yeah.
What's also good is to have a piece of the shark and piece of the rye bread, the Icelandic rye bread. And then, of course,
I can't roll my R's.
the shark on its own.
Yeah.
It's the best.
You just love the shark so much.
This is my grandfather's shark fishing boat. He used to catch sharks and other fishes in this boat. Our shark fishing boat. He used to catch sharks and other...
I want to know what all those...
other fishes in this boat. The boat's name is Síldin, and which is herring in English. And his first registered rating 160. My grandfather bought this boat 1929. Then he was 19 years old. And then he had been working on this boat at least since he was 14.
It's a proper family business. Then.
Yeah. It's like shark has been involved with my family for 600 years, I guess.
Wow. And how did they used to catch it then? Yeah.
So they used hooks. This here, this is from my grandfather's shark fishing set. This is very old. And the chain had to be at least 3 meters. And they used usually a seal meat or a seal fat for a bait for the hook. And this was maybe 100 meters down. And they could feel when the shark was testing the bait. So they start to tease him until the shark swallows the bait.
I mean, this is a big boat. How big is a shark?
This boat is around 8 meters. And the Greenland shark is, usually he's from 3 meters till maybe 5 meters long. This jaw here you go. This is from maybe 5 meter long shark.
Look at its teeth, very interesting.
That's
And
massive.
yeah, and this one is then from, I would guess 4 meters.
And these, I mean, would these hurt humans or?
So the Greenland shark, he lives so deep that he's not in our swimming water.
Scavenger.
This is his lower jaw. And you see here, they're always growing a new set of teeth here. And the teeth, they grow up, and he changes his teeth around every 3 weeks. They just flip over, and the old ones, they just fall off. So he's got somewhere around, I don't know, 4,000 set of teeth over his lifetime or more.
Yeah, I heard
and
they
this
can
is
be
his
really
skin.
old.
that is very interesting. Like you can stroke the skin one way, but it's harder to stroke it the other.
Oh yeah, there's some more resistance one way. It's like sandpaper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is just like all my life. Just shark.
Sorry guys, like really prepare yourselves.
She's great. He's awesome, obviously, too. She's a good host. Yeah, I love watching this stuff. And some of these kind of hit or miss. The Food Insider videos are kind of my videos where I don't really care if they get a lot of views or not. Obviously, I care about growing my channel, but sometimes you guys, I get a few thousand views when I react to these food videos, and I'm always happy when something I really enjoy watching. I enjoy watching everything with you guys, but you know, when I really enjoy watching stuff like the Food Insider and you guys do, it makes me happy. Hope you're all doing well. If not, having a bad day, don't worry. Emotions are fickle, my friend. See you guys next time.